Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Tons of rain in the area yesterday. Say it every day. Had hail strikes. Say it every day. Only two ways to know if you got roof damage. Wait for it to rain and get water in your house, or call Hudco. Let us come do a free no obligation roofing inspection. All right. Glad to have you with us here. Let's say some good mornings. Game day. Pels against the Spurs. If last night's play-in was any indication, today in the Smoothie King Center should be fire. Boy, it was a lot of fun watching that game last night with the Clippers and the T-Wolves. Of course, if the Pels win, they will play the Clippers, who lost in Minnesota yesterday. Big night for Naz Reid after Karl Anthony Towns fouled out. Naz had some big shots late in that game, 109-104. Minnesota beats the Clippers. So Minnesota is the 7. And now, if the Pels lose tonight, loser of tonight's game is out. Season's over. Winner will play the Clippers for the right to be the 8 seed. So, Pels lost to the Clippers in LA during that road swing. But get everybody healthy. Go give it your best effort. See how it goes. But I got to get tonight first. So, Pels tonight on the floor in the NBA play-in. Very much excited about this one. So, see how it goes. Let's see. All right, we'll say some good mornings. LSU baseball hitting the road today for their game against Arkansas. Games Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Anything else y'all got? Fire away. Mike Denbrock met with the media last night, so we got to hear from Mike Denbrock. Interesting to hear him say, they were overloading the players with install, such that they had a really bad practice last week and decided that, hey, we're going to pull back on the install and just focus on doing things right. So it's all about recreating culture, man. That's been gone at LSU for a while, but they're getting it back. So, a hump day mug. All right, let's say some good morning, see what y'all got. Fire away, you know the drill. Tim Gotro, Trivia Carter, Brad Johnson, Cliff Nelson, good morning. Pat Huseman, Wendell, Norman, wrap in batches. Strong side. Good morning, Mr. Tally. That's a Sesame Street reference, and I appreciate it. Jesse Brown, morning, Matt. Really hoping the Saints use all their picks. Don't trade up for a QB. Do you think they select players with both first-round picks? Jesse, I do. I think the Saints are going to take 2 players at 16 and 19. I think this draft for them mirrors 2017. In 2017, you were at a point where you needed to build your roster through young talent on rookie contracts. And they hit, and they hit, and they hit, and they hit. I mean, in that draft, you took Lattimore and Ramchick in round 1. Also, the last time you had 2 first-round picks. You used them both. Marcus Williams in round 2. Kamara, Hendrickson, Anzalone, round 3. They used them all, remember? And so you got all these players on rookie deals that were affordable. I think if you want to kind of get back into some type of semblance of a normal cap situation, you have to draft well and get starting caliber players on rookie contracts, which I think is what they're trying to do here. So I do think they're going to use both the 16th and 19th picks in this year's draft. Ryan, Amanda Guidry, good morning. Quentin Breakbill, good morning. Jason Horn, good morning. Ron Ritchie, good morning. Brant Roban. Tiger Baseball, good road team in SEC play. Maybe get the series this weekend. I hope so, Brant. We'll dive deeper into Arkansas today and tomorrow. But that's a good baseball team, man. They're a really good team, but they're their Friday night guy, Peyton Paulette, tore his UCL, Tommy John. Like we learned that in January. So, they've done what they've done this year without the guy who was supposed to be their Friday night guy. So, great opportunity. I mean, Jay Johnson said they likely stick with the same formula as last week, so I'd expect to see Mikhail Hilliard on Thursday, Blake Money on Friday, and then, the combination of Dutton, Taylor, etc. on Saturday in Game 3. So you can go win a series. Saw that. Kirk Taylor, Tennessee lost to Tennessee Tech, but it's a midweek game, so it doesn't matter. Did you see, you know what? I don't know if you saw this, but the melt from Tennessee fans last night was hilarious. And it's just validation that it's not just LSU fans, it's everybody that just don't understand. But this is my point. This is the point I've made and continue to make. Everybody loses games. Everybody. All of the teams. They all lose games. They lose midweek games. Tennessee was a game away from... If Tennessee had beaten Tennessee Tech, they would have broken the record for the longest... Of course, LSU had a 23-game win streak in 2008. Tennessee's win streak was at 23. They tied it. Tennessee would have broken the record for the longest win streak in any sport in the history of the Southeastern Conference. And they lost a midweek game to Tennessee Tech in Kodak, Tennessee. It's baseball. So, on to the next. That doesn't mean that game doesn't cripple Tennessee. It doesn't mean they're not good. It doesn't mean they're not a contender. They played bad on a Tuesday night in Kodak, Tennessee. Okay. They're 12-0 in the league. Samuel Merrifield, Matt, very impressed with Jay Johnson as far as managing the roster. It won't be long before we get natties. Yeah. He not just managing the roster, Samuel, but maybe what you mean is in-game managing. He has had to manage the pitching staff in-game for leverage situations. I mean, when you talk about how much they shift, we've never seen LSU shift this much. The way he's strategically made replacements, if it's defensive or to grab a bat. I mean, think about, Josh Stevenson pinch hitting in the ninth inning on Friday, getting hit by that pitch, put him on base, which ultimately being the game time run on Morgan's single up the middle. Yeah. He's impressive, man. Casey Landrum, random question. Are coaches allowed to work out potential transfer candidates before offering? No. Transfers can visit, right, in the same way that a recruit can visit campus, but they would have to go through a camp, and that's all high school prospect camps, so no. Scott Fields, good morning. Lawrence Burley, good morning. Darren Reeves, good morning. Kelly Presley, good morning. Relief Windows put a new window in my house, put all new windows in my house, and I love them. Love it, Kelly. Thank you so much for calling Relief Windows. Hopefully you had an awesome experience with them. I'm sure you did. It's just what they do. But they're the best, man. We did that one of the first things we did when we moved into this house. Our den, which y'all have seen sometimes, on the companion shows and stuff behind me. Our den is an L shape, has an L of just windows. It's on that back wall and on the side wall, it just goes boom, boom, and it's just all windows. And we had them install those energy efficient. There's Energy Star products, the energy efficient windows, and it was Brandon's idea, but they put it in all picture windows. So you have just this beautiful view out to the back, which is awesome. Michael Cook, good morning. Chance Babin, what's up, man? Bob Starkey coming back to LSU on Mulkey's staff, great hire. Yeah, man, saw that. Bob Starkey was sat in the first chair next to Pokey, obviously, whenever they had all those Final Four teams, and was such a part of that great run with Simone and Sylvia. And he's been in the SEC and went to Texas A&M. It was just most recently at Auburn. So he's been around. But to get him back is great. So kind of feels like getting the band back together a little bit. Let's see. Cliff Nelson, Reed should have stayed at LSU. Should have stayed. I actually did go back and look up some of my old tweets about Naz Reid, just to laugh. Dude was a freak from the first time I saw him. It was unbelievable to me that so many LSU fans didn't understand that guy was a pro. And it's the same with Trendon Watford. And I'm telling you, it's the same with Efton Reed. All y'all who crapped on Efton Reed this year, Efton Reed is an NBA player. I'm not telling you that he's going to be an all-star, an all-pro, a Hall of Famer. And yes, he absolutely needs to get stronger. That's not even a question. But his skill set to be 7 feet tall with that type of length, to be able to, we saw a dude hit the cream skyhook this year. I mean, when you have soft hands and you have that skill set, coupled with that size, you are in the 0.000000001% of humanity that could do that. That makes you an NBA player, and he will be. Just like Nas Reed was, just like Brendan Watford is. You get it. Eric Waterrider, morning, Matt. Do you agree with Jay Johnson? The jump to SEC from high school is bigger than SEC to the pros. Yes. And we've had that conversation a bunch, Eric, because if you ask guys who make that transition, they say, okay, what was it like, when you go play in the minor leagues? What would you compare it to? Say, pitching in Double-A is like a Friday night in the SEC. So really, when you go through Friday night in the SEC, and then you go into rookie ball, or you start in low A or an A ball, like you're seeing lesser competition than you were on Friday nights in the SEC. Now midweek or a Sunday, but like that's comparable. So yeah, I mean we've had that conversation a bunch over the years with LSU guys who have made that leap. Sean Comiskey, good morning. As long as we do not draft 2 third-rounders in the first round, I'm good. But Sean, who's to say they're 2 third-rounders? I mean, it's all about what their draft board looks like. We've learned that over the years. Trust the guy. Like, I guess my point is with the draft, the Saints front office has earned the benefit of the doubt. That wasn't the case for a long time when they were drafting Alex Molden and Chris Naoli and guys like that, trading an entire draft for Ricky Williams. I mean, they mucked it up. It's why they were so bad for so long. Their talent evaluation, their contract structure, their coaching, everything they did was terrible. But you have to tip your cap to them because they have nailed it, with the exception of it really started in 2017, but I mean, the 2014 and 15 drafts back to back were atrocious. But you go back to 2016 and getting Michael Thomas, you start building from there. Boy, they've nailed it, So I'm not saying they've hit on everything. Marcus Davenport, I think, would be a much better player if he were healthy. We talk much differently about Davenport if he were healthy, but he hadn't been. So that's what it is. But they deserve the benefit of the doubt. Alex Day, good morning. Got a serious prediction for this weekend. I'll do it tomorrow. I honestly, what I wanted was when LSU came off the loss to Auburn, was I wanted a split. I wanted a 3-3, just be 500 through Mississippi State and Arkansas. So you've already done that. So if you go get one game this weekend, you're a game better than I was hoping for coming out of the Arkansas weekend. So I think they've positioned themselves really nicely. I mean, you have a winnable series against Missouri coming up. Ole Miss certainly isn't as daunting as we thought they were at one point. Although Bama looks better, right, than we thought they were. So you got some room to make your run. You got some room. Devin Kelly, good morning. Ryan Rogers, Shane O'Mac, wife and I'll be in the blender tonight. All right. Let's see. Tim Gotro, Tennessee losing, busted my DraftKings 10-leg college baseball parlay. Now I really hate the Vols. Oh, God, that sucks. That sucks. Tonight, Wednesday, T-Bob and I will be at Oliver Twist for Scone and Tea. So again, if you missed it last week, Scone and Tea live on location. That's replaced Nightcap for me. Trying to think of an option. Might be a Sunday evening, after the series. Obviously, I'm not going to do a show on Easter this week, and I won't be doing one Saturday either because we got Erica's family getting together on Saturday. But maybe we'll pick that up next week. But tonight and every Wednesday, T-Bob and I, we are live for Scone and Tea at Oliver Twist. So I'll finish AFR. I'll get over to Oliver Twist. Y'all come out. We'll fire up the show around 7 o'clock. We'll do it live. You're welcome to come listen. We have a speaker. We'll do better with that this week because some people, we've had the speaker pointed toward the door last week, so people who were there, Cliff was there, couldn't hear. That's our bad. We'll remedy that this week. But anyway, we'll look to see y'all out there tonight. Let's see. Alex, it is interesting. There was some controversy over their bats at Vandy. As soon as they get different bats, they lose. That's not true because they swept Missouri this past weekend. And the bats certainly weren't struggling this weekend, dog. J Dan 45, let's go Pelicans. Can't wait for tonight. This has been the most fun Pelicans team in years. It has been since the trade, certainly, to bring in CJ McCollum. Beginning of the season was not, but yes, I agree with you. You know what it is, J Dan? We got reason for hope. We got reason for optimism. You look at Brandon Ingram, all-star. You look at CJ McCollum, all-star. You know, the acquisitions of guys like Jose Alvarado and, you know, obviously Herb Jones being the defensive, you know, presence he has been, you know, acquiring Jonas Valanciunas in that trade. You're going to get the first-round pick, you know, from a top 10 pick from the Lakers back. You got Zion coming back. I mean, there's reason to believe, okay, I think they found the formula to be good for a long time. So, couple of more here. Larry Garner, what's up? Rapping batches. I'll tune in to support the Pelicans. Used to go to a bunch of games back when they were the Hornets, but to be truthful, today's NBA product is bland. Honestly, unwatchable for me. Bro, I don't know how you can say it's bland or unwatchable. Like, I don't know how you could have looked at last night's game with the Clippers and the T-Wolves and thought, that's bland, that's not entertaining. It's fast-paced. It's the best athletes in the world. You legit have superstar talent in the NBA for the, like, deep roster of superstar talent for the first time. It's not just LeBron anymore, which it was for a long time in the post sort of Kobe Shaq era, early 2000s. Man, I could not disagree more. Let's see, Cliff, any news on draft day location? Not yet, Cliff. We have a meeting on Wednesday to hammer out all logistics a week from today. But we should have a location nailed down by then. So the break-even pour tonight is the Old Elk Infinity Select pick. So I have not had that. Y'all know what a fan of Old Elk I am, so I'm looking forward to that. That's the break-even. So if you're not familiar, the guys over at Oliver Twist on it's 7:57. The guys over at Oliver Twist are doing what they call a break-even bottle every week. So they're going to take a rare release, like an allocated whiskey, and do 1 ounce pours for dirt cheap, and it's basically just a break-even price for them. And so it's a great opportunity if you want to try rare stuff to do so affordably. So last week they did the Willet Blackened. Tonight it's the Old Elk Infinity, and so every week there will be a different one, and it's during the show. So come hang out. It's a limit of 1 pour per person. I mean, they're not gonna let you sit there and drink the whole damn bottle, but get a whole bunch of people out there, and I mean, if you love whiskey, you want to try great stuff, here's your chance to do it affordably. It's an awesome thing they're doing. Hey, Deborah Coward, good morning. Mark, good morning. NOLA Arena won't even be sold out tonight for a playoff game. That's sad. NOLA ain't a basketball city at all. Will Zion play tonight? I know Zion's not going to play tonight, and it's a play-in game, not a play-off game. But considering where they started, I'm good with it. I'm good with the slow build. It's going to happen. Bill Schmid, good morning. Charlie Gale, good morning. We're almost done. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. Hudco Roofing, you need a roof. Give us a shout at Hudco, hudcoroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Moving quickly here, y'all, because I got to go. Got to get Drew up and get him out. Sean Comiskey, reaction to Kevin Falk getting left out of the top 100 running backs in the SEC. Who did that list? I mean, first of all, tell me who did that list. First of all, lists are stupid. I don't care. I don't know who did that list. I mean, that's where you have to start. Because if you're going to leave... Like, Kevin Falk graduated as the SEC's leader in all-purpose yardage, which I think he still holds that record. If he doesn't hold it, it's because Tebow broke it. But either way, that's really good company. And if you don't have Kevin Falk in the top 100 running backs in the history of the SEC, that's, boy, I'd have to see the list to see who is in instead of Falk. Probably a lot of guys that played in the last 15 years. Young guy that did a list with a bunch of recency bias. Rapping batches, let's see, probably because I haven't been watching it. Yeah, you should, man. NBA is a ton of fun, dude. Nick Chubb's on the list. Okay. What's your reaction to Notre Dame inviting Ed Ogeron to view practice? It's common. That doesn't bother me that happens. That's just very common. And it might have been that Ed, I don't know, it might have been that Ed asked to go watch. I mean, it could be. That's very common that coaches go and shadow other practices and take notes. I mean, it's kind of like a professional courtesy, so that doesn't really surprise me at all. But Ed talked to the team, and Notre Dame's Twitter account posted a video of Ed saying, like, I don't know what's going to happen, but this team will win it all. I mean, Notre Dame's going to win it all with that coaching staff. The only way Notre Dame will ever win a championship again is if they get out of their own way and allow and lighten up admission requirements and a lot of the things that Notre Dame has not been willing to do throughout its history. Join a conference. Otherwise, they're not. They have too many self-inflicted disadvantages to win a championship. All right, y'all, I gotta go. It's 8:01. I'm late, but I started late, so I wanted to make sure I did at least 20 minutes. I appreciate y'all so much as always. YouTube, smash that like button. We can do better than 8 likes. Please smash that like button. Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate y'all as always. You need an orthopedics, go to Brock, brortho.com. You need a roof, give us a shout. Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. We'll see y'all for LSU Daily and then AFR 3, Scone and Tea tonight, 7 o'clock from Olive or Twist in Baton Rouge. If you can't come join us on site, watch us on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube or Facebook page. We'll see you then. Peace.